Hey guys, let's talk about the my Hall of Fame binder for a few minutes. Going to talk about Tony Gwynn today. I don't know what you say about Tony Gwynn that hasn't been said. One of the great hitters of his era, really one of the great hitters of any era. You know, a batting average of career batting average of 338, and uh, how many times he led the league in hits and led the leagues in batting average. It's just incredible. He led the National League in hits 7 times, and 4 of those years he was all of Major League Baseball, so both leagues, and then an 8-time batting average. Again in the National League, again 4 of those times over all of Major League Baseball. I'm not sure how he didn't win an MVP ever, like over his 20 years. All, by the way, with the Padres, all with the same team. I like those players that play with the same team all of their careers. And Tony Gwynn was one of those guys. 14-time or 15-time All-Star, which is tied for the 10th most in Major League Baseball. That's a pretty impressive stat in and of itself. Um, so I'm gonna show you some Padres cards. I have a few, and so we'll kind of flip through them. And those of you who don't know, you can go back and check out some of my other videos. But when I'm trying to pick these cards, I'm just trying to pick a card that represents the player well. So it can either be a good-looking card, or it can be a card that's important to their career. So I'll turn the camera around, show you some cards, and you can leave a comment and to comment about one of the cards that you see, or maybe there's another one that I don't show that you think I should pick up, and consider that one. So let me turn it around and we'll get going. I do not have Gwynn's rookie card, but I don't put rookie cards in the binder, so that's okay. I'm going to start with his 84 card. Just I like the 84 set anyway. It's just a nice looking set. So this is his 84. Of course, Tony Gwynn's rookie card isn't exactly one of the best cards anyway. 85. Wearing these fun sunglasses. I do not have his 86, so we're going to bump right into his 87 card. If you grew up roughly around the time that I did, the 87 set is probably pretty special for you. 87, although it was not my first childhood set. My first childhood set was the 88, and actually this is the card that is currently in my binder. Not this exact card, I have another one of the 88s. It's actually in a little nicer condition, but that's the 88. I do the 89. I do love on the back of these Topps cards when they, they have the numbers in italics to let you know when they were the leaders. Of course, it didn't matter for a lot of players, but it did matter for some of these better ones like Tony Gwynn, his 90, kind of that great 90s look. The back of these cards, nice and crystal clear. That's one nice thing about these 90s. I feel like the backs are a bit easier to read than some of them that have the darker backs. And that might just be because of my color blindness, but with his batting stance in the 91. Again, I'm skipping a year. I don't have the 90, or at least it wasn't in my box. 93. 93 card. I like the bottom, those stats on the bottom. Enjoyed a 15 game hitting streak in 91, 18 in 88, 25 game hitting streak in 83. Just an amazing hitter right from the get-go, right from the beginning. And actually, kind of funny enough, this is my last card, and we're skipping quite a few years. But this is the 2001 Tony Gwynn. Just made a hit. The nice thing about about Gwynn, is because he's a lifelong Padres fan, we don't have to debate over what team like we do with some of the other players. Obviously, it's a Padre. So just the question is, which card represents him the best, either because of the season or just the looks of the card. So feel free to comment below, and if you haven't watched any of these and want to go back and look at any of the other my Hall of Famers, feel free to do that as well. But that'll be it for today, and hopefully we'll get another one out sometime next week. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.